This video contains content that may not be suitable for all viewers, especially for Texans fans. Viewer discretion is advised. Here are my predictions for the Texans 2021 season. They're going to lose. The reason that the Texans consistently lose and make bad decisions is because leadership starts at the top. They do not have an owner that is an owner of championship teams. The owner of the Houston Texans is just an owner. You know, when Houston was in search, of an owner for the Houston Texans, I don't know why they selected Bob McNair. I think that these owners should have some type of sports knowledge. And the owner of the Texans do not have any sports knowledge at all. The people that they choose or select to help run their organization, they let them stay there too long while they are doing a poor job. I never understood that, how some people can stay on a job 6 and 7 years making mistakes. To be honest with you, man, the Texans are a jinxed team. How you start is how you end. And you have to be careful with the moves that you make because it could put a jinx on your team. They just started out wrong with the general managers, with the coaches, and with the players. When they selected Tony Baselli, I think they had like a supplemental draft. I'm like, Tony Baselli can't even play. He has to have surgery on both of his shoulders. He's not going to play anymore. The guy wanted to retire. But they just wanted to have a name. We had Tony Baselli on our team, but the hell, he didn't even play. And decisions like that is what's causing the Texans to not win. They picked up David Carr. Man, this man got sacked more than his ass. He stayed on the turf too much. We all knew that he couldn't play during the interviews. Oh man, he has a strong arm, cannon, but he can't throw. Well, we have to change his technique. He's not a quarterback. I don't know why y'all even picked him. But they did, and they hung on with him for the longest. Then they pick up Matt Shaw. I'm like, man, these people, Fitzpatrick, all of these damn losers, lucked up and got the #1 pick again. Vince Young won the Rose Bowl. Who the hell they select? Mario Williams. They just didn't want to get Vince Young. And that's another thing about these Houston and these Texas football organizations. Man, they real prejudice. I say all of them are. I don't take anything from J.J. Watt, but the man is hurt and broke up, and they keeping him on the team. Steady keeping him on the payroll. If he was a black player, they'd have been got rid of him. They had D'Amico Ryans. I don't know why they got rid of D'Amico Ryans, but they did. Antonio Daniels. They had a nice little defense at one time. But they make stupid-ass decisions. When they got Rick Smith, I don't know why they hung on this guy so damn long. And like I say, when they chose to not pick Vince Young, I said, man, they act like one of these normal-ass, prejudiced Texas teams. I remember when, what was this guy named that played with the Cowboys? I can't remember his name right now. Reggie Collier. And He was a quarterback, good quarterback, but what was that guy named Tom Landry said that he did not think that he was going to play quarterback on his team. He was going to make him out a receiver. And homeboy said, man, before I play receiver, I retire. Long story short, he retired. So a lot of these teams in Houston and Texas, Dallas, man, they kind of pressure these football organizations. And when they luck up and get a good black player, they're going to wear his ass out. Just look at Earl Campbell. They rolled Earl Campbell, man, into the wheelchair. Didn't get the man any help. Stingy with the money. I mean, they'll pay a white player and get him a little help, but they won't get a black player and get him some help. I remember when the Oilers had Ray Childress, Glenn Montgomery, and Sean Jones. And really, the threat on the team was Sean Jones and Glenn Montgomery, not Ray Childress. They had to double team the two ends, so they left Ray Childress wide open. Well, they had the bright idea to get rid of Sean Jones and Glenn Montgomery and pay Ray Childress all this money. And the next year, he get his damn arm broke. Same thing with J.J. Watt. I'm not taking anything from J.J. Watt. He's a good player. But they didn't get the man any damn help. That's the problem. And the same thing now they're doing with Deshaun Watson. Then got rid of his help. I mean, because of some personal issue. And like I say, man, leadership starts at the top. We won't win because why are they hanging on to O'Brien? It's evident that the man don't know what the hell he's doing. He's winging it, and the team is going down. And I just don't understand why they let these players, these coaches, stay on the team so damn long, do a lousy job, and end up with a job on another team. That's white privilege. You know, that's just how I see it. And that's how it is. And these Texans, I guess they are whooping boys for the other teams of the NFL. They're not supposed to win. They're just supposed to look good every now and then, but they're not supposed to make it to the top. Because the owners that we have are not, they're not those type of coaches. Say what you want about Jerry Jones, but at least his team is in contention pretty much every year. His team looks good. But the Texans, when they look bad, which is pretty much all of the damn time. And I think what they said that in the last two games between the Chiefs and the Texans, they were outscored something like 80-something to 14. That don't make no damn sense at all. Deshaun Watson is a good quarterback. I think he could be a lot better if they would take the reins off of him, give him some help, let him run a little bit. But it seems like when we have black quarterbacks, like I say, man, I've watched this thing. They want to put the reins on black quarterbacks. No, don't do that. Just stay in the pocket. I remember when we had Warren Moon. He was about to break Fran Tarkenton's record. They took him out the damn game when he tied it. They wouldn't let him break it. So, hey, man, as I say, I can only see what I see, and I'm going to say what I think I see. And like I say, man, I think that O'Brien is a damn racist. Deshaun Watson, I hate to say it, man, the boy got a little coon in him. Unless, he has that persona to me. Pretty much like them little country boys. They so glad to be out the country and get the opportunity to play in the NFL and make some money, and they're just not going to mess that up. And they are real appreciative to their owners. So if you're looking for the Texans to have some type of miraculous turnaround, man, stop fooling yourself. We need new ownership here in Houston. Let's look at the Rockets. When the Rockets won their 2 championships, they had recently sold the team. And it was because of the new owners that they won. They had pretty much the same team, but new ownership came in and they win. Sad to say that the new owners wind up being just as dumb as the previous ones because he got rid of a championships team for Charles Barkley. And let's look at the Astros. I don't know how many bad decisions they made over the years. I think the decision I really hate that they made were 2 decisions I don't like they made. I don't like how they did J.R. Richards because they messed up that man. Man threw his arm out and then the team just turned it back on the man. I don't think that was fair at all. And J.R. Richards was a black man. And I don't like how I hated it when they traded Nolan Ryan. I think Nolan Ryan should have retired with the Astros, but these people greedy for money. And they hate to pay a good player. Just like the Rockets didn't want to pay Chris Paul. And it just, this stuff, the small ball, well, the Rockets, that's a whole other conversation. We're going to try and stick with the Texans. And they bad decisions. But I'm trying to tell you right now, the Texans not going to, they may make it to the playoffs, and I really doubt that, but they just may squeak into the playoffs. But because of no Faith O'Brien, the Texans will lose. As usual, the Texans will build up a good lead, and then for the rest of the game, they're going to play prevent defense, let the other team get back in the game and wind up winning the damn game. Jackson is able and allowed to make plays. Mahomes is able and allowed to make plays. Watson, he can make them, but he's not allowed to make plays. You know, I had made a post and I said that I don't care who the Texans are playing. I have $20 and I'm going with any team that is going against the Texans. And I don't care if it's Wheatley High School. I take Wheatley High School over the Texans. On one hand, I want to see those Texans do good. But on the other, I want to see them do bad so they can go ahead and only get rid of Bill O'Brien. And I'm just hoping that the league will step in and say, hey, wait a minute, what are you people doing here? Sir, sell this team. I'm wondering, could we get some kind of petition signed and send it to the NFL league office and see if we can get these people to sell the damn team to somebody that knows what the hell they're doing. When the Texans came on the field in Kansas City, they were booed. And when they left the field in Kansas City back home in Texas, we were boo-hooing.